Okay. All right. First off, tell me what are you doing here at Adidas Eurocamp, and what's your experience been like so far?
We just been practicing and scrimmaging each other, and then just playing games. And so far, it's been fun. Just being out here, new country, being around people I'm usually not around, and then learning from people that were in the NBA and played overseas and stuff.
And for you, what has it been like to this partnership with Adidas, and how has it helped you grow as a player?
It's definitely given me a lot of exposure, and having a brand behind me, people that believed in me and gave me a chance to put myself out there.
And for you're a guy who I feel like you have a really good body. You play multiple positions. Who's some players that you take influence from and have really impacted your style of play?
I say Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan.
And for you, how do you fit into the modern NBA? Like in terms of you just mentioned, some of the top microwave scores in terms of guys who literally can get their buckets all three levels. So how do you fit that picture?
I feel like I can score all three levels too, and guard my position, and play the ball extremely well.
Talked to a scout today that actually said Devin Booker. It's like that comp. Anything particular that you've been wanting to show here at this camp, and then being with all these Hall of Fame level coaches, have they given you any advice or things to work on as you take those next steps?
I'm trying to show I play the point guard position. I've been playing the shooting guard for a while, but I brought the ball down a lot today and facilitated a lot, so I was trying to show I can play point guard position.
Okay. You think that's a position you can play college and the next level as well?
Yes, sir. And then some of my coaches were telling me I was playing point guard, but don't get super passive. Still make plays for myself and others.
Okay. Outside of scoring, which is obviously what you do, you're the one guy I've seen at this camp so far that when you want a bucket, you can get a bucket, which is tough to do.
Appreciate you.
What else do you feel, if someone's never watched you play before, how would you describe your game?
Dog, both ends, leader, willing to do anything to win.
By the way, I posted a picture of you rising up for a jumper yesterday on Twitter. I looked down, everyone's like, Devin Booker. It's so funny.
Yeah.
What did you know about Eurocamp before you got here? You know anything about it?
Not much. My coach, Sam Mitchell, told me he came out here with Zion before. That was all I knew. And I knew some of the guys that came last year.
Yeah, ton of big names have come here. When you say yes to coming to a camp like this, and you're the highest ranked guy here, what's your goals? What are you trying to get out of coming here?
Definitely show that my spot, I earned it, and nobody competing with me. And just to showcase my talents, show that I've been working all year and off season.
So you got it's not common that you play in front of a gym full of NBA scouts.
Nah.
They're not allowed in most of your gyms. What's I'd say the one thing you're trying to show them that maybe they didn't know, because a lot of these international guys are seeing you for the first time live?
Mainly just that point guard position. I've been labeled as a shooting guard for a while.
You put up a lot of big numbers the past 2 months on the Denver circuit. Anything you credit that to, any specific thing that you've gotten better at that's kind of just elevated your scoring?
Weight room. I say weight room, and then getting in shape, because people are face guarding me and chasing me around. So being able to stay in shape and still get under my shot.
What's the one thing, I guess you kind of talked about it, but the one thing that you think that you need to improve to really get you to be that top 5 pick type of guy?
One thing I need to improve. Out here playing without fouling. They've been blowing the whistle a lot. I say playing without fouling, and then I say guarding somebody off ball better. I think I'm better on ball defender than off ball, so guarding off ball.
Hey, those are good answers. I don't think I hear those much. What did you get out of playing for USA at FIBA? What was that experience like?
The mini camp was the hardest part to me. Just everybody trying to make the team, so everybody's competing, going super hard. And just playing against people I never played against, and playing against different refs, like how we did out here. The refs are different, their play style is different, so just playing against new people, learning.
I think you averaged maybe 17 with USA, right? Does that you come out of that tournament, does your confidence at a different level, or are you just kind of steady?
My confidence is the same. I feel like I'm the best player.
What's the difference between European competition, you're playing different style players here versus AAU high school?
The age, one, and then strength. And then I say the refs, they way different.
What do you mean?
They blowing it a lot more down here, a lot more.
I feel like these games are taking forever.
Yeah, they blowing them crazy.
Favorite player growing up?
Favorite player growing up? Kevin Durant, Blake Griffin. Those are my mom's favorite players, so I can copy her with them.
I don't know how much you've talked about it. What's like the latest with your recruiting?
Just recently reopened my recruitment. Just some college coaches changed, but same people reached out. It's a couple new schools, but
What's the biggest like factor that's going to get you to make a decision?
play style. I say, let me come in, play my game, let me play that point guard position. I'm trying to transition to.
You want to be like a lead. You want to kind of like sell yourself as like a lead guard type of.
Mm-hmm. Combo. I say combo point.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the rest of summer look like for you? What do you got planned?
July next month, South Carolina. Trying to win that. Then undecided the rest. I'm gonna be working out with some guys, pro guys.
For you, man, what's something that keeps you dry? You know, what fuels your drive? You know, keeps you in that gym for the extra hour, keeps you keep going to be the best that you can be. I know money and changing like your environment around you is always the motivation, but outside of that, what makes you have that dog?
I say myself. Really, I'm pretty self-motivated. I say, and my parents, trying to work for them. I don't want them to work, and my siblings also. Just my family. I say. Then I'm just trying to be the best. I always try to find the stuff I'm weak at and work on it. Today, I had some small turnovers, so I'm gonna watch that film and see what I could have did. I just want to be better every day.
And for you, outside of like basketball and like athletes, what are some influences in your life? Either books, movies, friends. Like what plays a big factor into like shaping you as a person?
Music. I say music. Just there's some guys. I relate to what they're saying in some songs, so music is my biggest thing. I say.
Tell me a couple songs or some musicians.
Any song by Drake. And for sure, yeah, for sure. Definitely Drake over him.
And my last question is, you touched it earlier, but who's your GOAT, and after that, your top 5?
My GOAT, Mike. I gotta say Mike, and then my top 5, like in the league or just period.
Period.
Mike, Kobe. Give me Brown, KD, Shaq.
You got your in the league right now? If you had to choose.
Luka at the 1. Well, 1, my 2. Who can play the 2? D-Book, Brown. Who down there at the? Joel and Joker. They unstoppable. Yeah, that's unstoppable right there. For sure.
One thing I think that that separates you, that makes you different, your mid-range game. Like some guys are kind of 3 and just hard drives. You always been like a comfortable mid-range guy. That's like those spots around the key, right? That's in your spot.
For sure.
Like there's like analytics guys who will tell you like that's not the greatest style, but if you're really good at it, that's just always going to be your game, right? Like
For sure.
3 levels, mid-range, 3s.
For sure.
Quick question. My last question is how do you go about when you take film and choose moves? Like you said, Devin Booker's a guy you like. What are you trying to take out of what moves, or are you more trying to work on your low post, or what's something that you're looking at when you watch film?
The reads, some of the reads. I like to watch live too, see their reactions when they miss. Because usually sometimes when I miss, I get down on myself, but I watch those guys. They miss and it's like they made it. They have no reaction, so I'm trying to get better at that.
So
stuff like that.
Being able to move on to the next.
For sure, yeah.
And forget about that.
Yep. Short-term memory loss. Yep.
Be more comfortable shooting off the dribble or off the catch?
Both. I say both.
Looks like both.
Yeah, I like both, yeah.
On or off ball in terms of I know you want to be a guard, a lead guard, but when you're playing and how do you feel about on and off ball scoring in terms of what's the mindset you have when you're on ball scoring, being off the dribble and creating your own shot in terms of, and then when you're moving off ball and using secondary actions to get yourself open?
I'm cool with both, I say. But if I had to pick, right now I'm gonna say on ball, but I feel like I'm comfortable with both.
Cool.
Good.
Really appreciate talking to you, man.
Appreciate you, Doug.